That was a good one from Alicia Keys. Since it's Let's Talk Relationship time, you have to put you in the mood. You understand me? Although we are going to talk about heartbreaks, that's the conversation for today. Heartbreaks, men and women. Who handles it better? That's the question. So we are awaiting your various experiences to be sent to our WhatsApp number or go to our Facebook page and get into the comment section and send that to us. But before I introduce my guests and for us to get talking on today's topic for Let's Talk Relationship, it's time for us to draw. Yep, drum rolls are rolling. Quick cash. If you've been playing, here's your chance to win some cool 1,000 Ghana cedis. The short code is *281#. It's not too late. You can still play, but we are about to draw our first draw for this morning on Prime Morning. So drum rolls, drum rolls. Can we see the numbers scrolling on the screen? Okay, yes. So the numbers are going, So, Prophet Moses, Selassie, so I want you to help me count down, okay? So we are going to count down from 5, and then when we say 1, it will stop. Okay. So whoever is the lucky person will be winning 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. So are you ready? Shall we get started? Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who do we have? Okay. So 0543133 and the last 3 numbers. You know your number. You just received 1,000 Ghana cedis on your phone. That's the cool thing about Quick Cash. So provided you play, the moment you win, you're lucky and you win, the money drops in your account right there and then. So we'll be calling you shortly for you to confirm to myself, my guests here, and our lovely viewers on you receiving the money. So somebody has won 1,000 Ghana cedis right now. It's cool, isn't it? You are allowed to play. So you can take your phone, *281#. *281#. And then you choose Joy Prime. When you choose Joy Prime, so a ticket is going for 5 Ghana cedis. So if you're going to stake 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 Ghana cedis per ticket. And then you just play it. Some are staking 50 Ghana cedis and I have 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. So we'll be calling, we'll try and get in touch with our first winner. But in the middle of the conversation, we'll try and do our next draw, okay? You have to convince us enough by playing. Okay, so it's *281#. The more you play, the more your chances of winning a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis this morning. All right, so you've already seen my guest for this morning, Prophet Moses Bernistad from Family Altar Ministry. Hi, Prof.
Hi, it's good to see you. You're always looking good.
Thank you. It's by God's grace.
I love that.
It's by God's grace. God is doing awesome in my life. So it's reflecting.
Yes.
Yes. But you look good as well.
Thank you.
Yes, and we also have Selassie Doku. As for her and her accolades, sometimes I don't even know which one to go for. Exactly. The accolades are so many. Hey, Selassie, life strategist. But she's a relationship coach. She's
a licensed counselor.
A licensed counselor, yes, as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Selassie Doku, how are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, and good to see you too.
I love your combination.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So today's topic for discussion, heartbreaks, men and women. Oh my goodness. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, there was a season here, in fact, everybody was feeling it, where it was like, everybody go chop breakfast, which was broken hearts. It was like people were getting broken hearts left, right, center, or social media. The moment you open social media, hey, it'll be the breakfast, like something like that. But the question that we're posing to our viewers here is that how do men deal with heartbreaks? How do women deal with heartbreaks? Who does it better? Now it's a competition. So that's the question we are posing today, and we are waiting for your experiences to be shared with us on our social media platforms. Now let's get talking. Heartbreaks, men or women. Who do I start with? Okay, Selassie, let's start with you. I always do ladies first. Heartbreaks. In the first place, how would you know that you have experienced a heartbreak? Let's start off with that.
So, actually, if you are in a relationship or in a relation with something, and you have an expectation, and for one reason or the other, that expectation is not met, it's likely for you to experience heartbreak. And it happens in relationships, it happens in our expectations in lives, it happens with, so, I mean, just as the presenter said by eight, it'll be a level. You know, so yes, it happens in life. Heartbreaks happen when you're expecting something, when your desires for something that you really want is cut short and is not met, the possibility that you experience heartbreak. But then how you handle it is also another thing to look at. But we all experience heartbreak at one point in our lives.
Okay. Prophet, have you experienced one?
Yes, I experienced heartbreak.
When was this?
And I had to swallow it alone. So I think that should be about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we were planning to get married.
Ooh.
Yes, she had to go to the States to get her wedding gown and a few stuff. She got there, I believe met her ex, and then she broke with me.
Old flame
on WhatsApp.
was lit again.
On WhatsApp, she said, "I'm done. We are done."
That's how it happened?
Yes.
Just shot you a text.
Yes. And then that was it. I tried to reach her. Communication was truncated and nothing happened. So by the grace of God, for me, it turned out to be in my favor, because then God brought in the perfect person.
Woman for you.
Yes. So ever since, we hadn't really spoken. I think 2 weeks ago, she called, and then she wanted a closure. Oh. So we had a meeting last week, and then it was exciting. It was interesting, but she came to say sorry, and then also wondered what happened, because
she was wondering, she who did the picking up?
Yes, she wondered what happened, and but she was very straightforward with it. She said that she didn't really know what came over her. Aww. She apologized, and then so I also promised her that I will bless her wedding when she's ready.
Oh, okay.
To marry.
That's very sweet.
So yes, it was, and yes.
But how did you handle it?
Okay, so it is said that men, we get angry, women get very sad. Okay, we get angry, women get very sad. And it's true, because you wonder, like, why will you treat me like this, etc.
Yeah.
How did I handle it? I think that not too many people knew what we have gotten to between myself and her. So I had to swallow it alone. I didn't want church members, people to know that their prophet is gotten a broken heart. So, I would be in my room, and then I was like, wow, this has happened. Aww. Where will I start from again? Yeah. And am I going to embark on this cycle of looking for the perfect person? Because I felt that we were perfect together and everything was working. Yeah. So when it came like that, it was a shock. So I decided to redirect my energy.
Okay.
Yeah, the first thing I did was that, first and foremost, it intensified my prayer life. The Bible says God is closer to the brokenhearted. So when your heart is broken, the first thing is that get close to God. He will heal you. He understands what's going on. Right. So I got close to God. The next thing that I did was to do a couple of fastings. So I waited upon the Lord. The third thing, I registered at the gym all the emotions.
You
all the emotions.
in the gym.
Yes, the metas.
Yes.
And the press-ups.
Yeah.
So, yes, because you see, sometimes we get stuck in the whole thing that we are not able to move on. So I had to do something to break away from the emotional disorder that I was experiencing. So what I did was that I registered at the gym. I go to the gym in the morning. In the evening, the people were like, no, morning is okay. I say, I registered. And I decided.
Do it twice a day?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm coming morning and evening. Please allow me. So that was part of it. And then also, I connected to family and friends, people that I believe their company gives me joy and happiness. But finally, I destroyed all the triggers, the things that trigger the emotions. I try to eliminate them. So pictures. There are pictures you have to burn. Yeah, you have to burn pictures. And sometimes there are messages you have to just delete. Yeah. Because when you keep those things, it constantly gives a reminder of the emotional affiliations that you have with the person. And you feel like, and you get a lot more emotional. So I deleted some messages.
You know, with what you're saying, and Selassie, I want to ask you this question. There's this thing, I've seen it countlessly on social media, most especially, where people say that between a man and a woman, when there's a heartbreak, the woman deals with it and cries and is all over the place and so heartbroken from that moment till a little while. But with the man acts tough, acts, oh, I'm cool, there's nothing wrong with me, to maybe a month later, that is when it starts sinking in. But a woman, after that 1 month later, maybe that's when, you know, she has cried and has now put herself together and is ready to face the world. How true is this?
I mean, it's very true, but this is the thing. You see, men internalize their emotions. Okay.
Like he was doing.
Like he was doing. So all that he did, was, I mean, that is just what they do. Most of the time, they internalize it, and then they look for distractions. So he went to the gym, he did that, he did that. Yeah. So they look for distractions, and then they do a bit of social withdrawal. They withdraw a bit from, you know, they do that sometimes. But you see, the effects of that is what, as a psychologist, I would want to talk about. Okay. The effects of that, all that, the withdrawal, the distractions, the internalization, it has effects. Health-wise, okay, now this, because you're not expressing the emotion, it can affect your health. Okay, your immunity can break down. Wow. Okay, so sometimes we talk about internalizing emotion, controlling our emotions, but it's not the best to always hold it in. Yeah. It has side effects. It has negative effects on us. So all the gymming and all of that, at the end of it, you need to actually deal with. And that's why sometimes they say that men die earlier than women because they don't express their emotions.
Express themselves.
And so the recovery process is not gone through fully.
Right.
Okay, they don't go through and they don't do it at first. It can take a long time. He's dealing with it, and he's being very stoic about it and going through it, and then it shows up later in life. It's like the iceberg effect. What you see on the surface is not all that it is. There's more underneath. Yeah. So when you see a counselor, when you seek help and you're going through certain things, certain behaviors, maladaptive behaviors are showing up and certain things, and you seek for help, then the counselor would actually go deep down to find out what are the underlying issues. Some of these things, you realize that somebody might be very angry because they're not dealing with their emotions. Right. They're not dealing with how they are feeling. So all he talked about was that, okay, I dealt with it this way, I did that, and did that, and did that. I'm very...
I got closer to God.
He didn't deal with the emotion.
He even fasted.
Exactly. He didn't deal with how he felt about the whole thing. He didn't deal with it. Okay. And so sometimes, it's not sometimes, you always need to deal with the emotion. Find out, how am I feeling about this? Yeah. How am I thinking about it? What kind of behavior is this thing bringing to me? And then for the women, we express a lot.
Oh, yes, we do.
So we will express, and then probably our recovery time is faster. So we seek help. But the other thing is that, women, because of our hormonal fluctuations, we are more prone to more mental issues at that point than the men.
Okay.
So it has a lot to do with the biological makeup of the woman.
Okay.
So though we express a lot, we seek help, we try to talk to people, we try to do all of that. But because of our makeup, we tend to sometimes have the negative effect. But the man all of that could be going on, but then it would prolong the recovery process. And then later in life, they say, so you see that right after the breakup, they want to rebound, girl. They go.
Yeah, they have rebound.
And all of those things are going on. And it's
Yeah.
because they're not dealing with how they are feeling or how they really feel about the whole heartbreak.
Yeah. This is interesting. Prophet Moses.
Yeah, so what I want to say is that I really dealt with the emotional aspect of it, okay, because I began to question myself, okay. Was it a perfect relationship? And I realized that no, it wasn't a perfect relationship.
So you started analyzing the relationship.
And assessing the whole situation.
Okay.
And also, so when we had that meeting, the closure meeting, I think a few days ago, I told her one thing that I appreciated her. She was very upfront. She said, "You are too perfect for me." That's what she said. Yeah. So she made it clear that you are not the problem. I am the problem. It's her. Yes, you are not the problem. I am the problem. So I just have to accept it and then also find a place in my heart for forgiveness, to forgive and to let go. Because it has always been my philosophy that you can't move on by holding on.
So then it would then attest to what Selassie was saying about the fact that in the long run, you may think you had forgiven her or you had moved on and all of that, but then it looks like there was still an iota of unforgiveness somewhere in you. So the closure had to happen.
No, I didn't ask for the closure because I had closure.
So you personally had the closure?
Yes, I had a closure long time and moved on. And I check up on her. I mean, so I had a closure. She walked up and wanted the closure. So she dropped a call. And I said, why not? We can have a conversation. And it was interesting, exciting. And she said something. She said, I knew you and I knew that you know how to handle these things. So I wasn't worried about you. I was worried about myself.
So that's she knew you would take it well.
Yeah. So the point that I want to make is that I really assessed the situation.
Yeah.
And like I said, I believe that you can't hold on and move on. And you can't move on holding on. So you have to let go.
Yeah.
And then I let go. Healed. I didn't rebound into another relationship. I gave myself time and then allowed God to have his way.
Work
things out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically that is it. But you see, when people are emotional, it's very hard to get rational because emotions are very intense. Okay, so when emotions are engaged, it's hard to be rational. The ability to get balance between your emotions and being logical is the key to maturity. That emotionally you're triggered, but you're matured enough to balance your emotions with reasoning. That is the key in every situation. So the reason why somebody will get very dramatic, like for instance, Chris Brown and Rihanna, their breakup was very dramatic.
Yeah.
People get very dramatic because they don't have the skills to balance emotions with reasoning. But at that point, your emotions are high. When emotions are high, what do? You have to engage your reasoning. And it calls for withdrawing and analyzing, assessing,
sometimes
being patient.
Yeah.
Don't act immediately.
Okay.
So you feel like blocking the person. You feel like revenging at once. The best revenge is time. Give yourself time. Bounce back at the right time with a perfect relationship. That success is the best answer to your critics.
Oh, it's true.
Yes.
It's very true. After a very intense and deep heartbreak, make sure that you succeed.
Yeah.
So you use them. I mean, yes, you can use it as stepping stones. You can use them as stepping stones. But you know what I was talking about is that when you need to sit with yourself and find out how has this affected me? How am I feeling about this? You have to process all of that, okay, to be able to understand that I'm hurt. It doesn't mean that you're going to be irrational about it and start acting out negatively, but for you to sit with yourself and be able to accept, okay, this is how I feel about, and accept the way you feel about what you're going through is healing in itself.
Yeah.
Okay, it's healing. So we say, I'm hurt by this thing, but what am I going to do? This is how I'm feeling right now. But I need to process, I need to make sure that what went wrong, what didn't go wrong, what can I do better? How would this help me to be able to move on and be able to know that it's just like even when you have two friends, just, two friends, and you're friends with someone, the person, you're good to the person, you're nice to the person, you even prayed for the person and all of that, and suddenly the friendship turns sour. For what I personally would do, sometimes I'll ask myself, was I a good friend to this person?
Yeah.
I'm hurt that the person is no longer my friend. But was I a good friend?
A good friend,
So you analyze it. Sometimes you might say, oh, okay, I wasn't too good to this person in this area. So next time, when I enter into another friendship, I would want to do better. And so you need to go through all of that to be able to accept that this is how I'm feeling.
I think that's a problem that quite a number of women have. A lot of ladies refuse to analyze themselves after a heartbreak or a breakup in a relationship because, like you're saying, this thing is actually very healthy. It's very good that you do that because you need to question yourself. What made this person think I am like this and then decided to not be with me?
Exactly. And then you do the proper adjustments.
Exactly. Yeah.
You do the proper. So you need to process it. You need to understand, I'm feeling hurt about this. I'm not too happy about what happened.
Yeah.
Don't internalize it. Express it by, and that's why you need to seek help. There are certain things that you, all by yourself, you might think that, oh, I can do it, I can do it, but sometimes you need to seek help. You need to, and women are good at that. We always will talk to our friends, we'll talk to family members, but men tend to internalize it more, okay? So, it's good to seek help. Seeking help is not bad. Seeking help is a very wise thing to do so that you don't flip to the other side where you're having a lot of maladaptive behaviors and you're not even sure who you're becoming anymore. So seeking help is very important in all of this. And then also in our society, you see that when somebody experiences a heartbreak and the person is expressing, maybe the person is crying, we tend to laugh at the person, like, what, dear, like that kind of thing. But we all, there are differences in the way we accept people cope with situations. Our coping mechanisms are all not the same. Yeah. And so the way that I would cope with one particular heartbreak is not the same that another person would cope with it. Yeah. And so let's be accepting of the way people express their emotions and try and come from a place of understanding that, okay, this person is going, because that is their truth. They are going through it. And it's not easy for them. And sometimes it's a cry for help. They need somebody to actually bring them.
Yes, well, hey yo.
And yet easy.
And that's better. And you better. And you say me be down. There be yes, I make.
I wish you.
Do you know that? They say on average, everybody will have at least 3.
Prophet Moses,
one time I was telling there was a business that I'd wanted so bad, and at a point in time it didn't go through. And as we were bringing closure to it, I told someone that it feels like I've been somebody has broken my heart, or it felt like I'm in a relationship and that relationship is breaking up. Yeah. And so heartbreak, we go through it on different levels and different levels. So, sister, I'm sure that...
Darby, Celeste, I've not experienced a heartbreak before.
Wow.
But then let's talk about, let's get into the topic of closure. My director just told me that I'm living in denial.
Yes.
So yes, you're not probably grieving well. When you talk about the grieving process, probably you're not grieving well and you are still in the denial stage.
I'm still in the denial stage. Hey.
And when that happens, it prolongs the process.
Exactly. So the quicker you come to accept it, the better.
Some heartbreak that I chop, I would never forget. Hey, hold me, oh, viewers. You're a lovely golden girl. Hold me. This guy looked in my face. Anyways, but let's talk about closure. Closure. How important is it? Is it necessary that every single time that you go through a heartbreak, there has to be closure?
I would say no.
Okay.
I believe that the best closure is with yourself. Okay? And it's because sometimes people are in a hurry to have closure. So they want to have a meeting. And then that meeting becomes even more dramatic.
Yeah.
Because so the best thing is that once you've assessed the situation and it looks like it has ended, just accept it. Okay.
Leave it.
Yes, and leave it and begin to work on yourself.
Okay.
Don't engage in destructive behaviors because there are certain behaviors that are very destructive. Some begin to drink, some begin to smoke and do all kinds of things. Some also, they're like, they get into a very revenge mode. They want to revenge. So those are destructive behaviors.
And I think the revenge mode is actually the most dangerous.
Yes, the most dangerous.
Yeah.
Because that is the reason why somebody will pour an acid on
yes.
an ex.
Ooh.
Will pour an acid on an ex.
That's true.
Because they can't handle their emotions, and their emotions are everywhere.
For you to move on and be with somebody else, I will destroy you so nobody.
Yes.
And sadly, there are times when it's not even, the revenge is not even on the particular person who brought about the heartbreak, but the next relationship that they go into. And so you realize that in the other relationships that this person enters, they are actually revenging from the, they are revenging on the current, and that's why you need to deal with it. That's why you need to go. You might think that, no, I'm okay, I've done that, and the next relationship, all of that plays back and it's like, in your mind,
all men are the same.
And you are now
dealing with this person
as
the other
this
person
has done something to you when he is sincerely very loving and caring. But you are seeing your ex in this person because you see him as a man. You say all men are the same. Yes. And for me, I think it's very dangerous because that destroys a lot of new relationships. Because people come into a new relationship with old baggages and trust is not there because trust was broken before and the previous one jilted, and so you feel like this one is going to jilt. So you have already established your own parameters.
That's the whole issue.
Yes. That's why counseling is very important. And dealing with it is very, very important.
Unfortunately, in this new day and era, heartbreaks has become the new order of the day, where if you start a relationship, you start something little is not going right for you, you feel, okay, let me just leave. And then without you necessarily realizing or noticing that the other person might have been in so knee-deep.
So even before we even enter into it, what are the motives when you're entering a relationship? What are you looking out for? These are all things that we need to, the answers we need to, questions we need to ask ourselves. Why am I even entering a relationship in the first place? Is the person that I'm entering the relationship with, are they on the same page with that? What is the compatibility level? Because it's like a relationship now has gone like a fling. We just enter, and we jump in, hop, hop, hop. And we're causing a lot of damage to ourselves.
On social media, people are doing lovely things on social media.
But
let's actually, when we look at it,
social media. Yesterday I dealt with an issue. So the lady said she prayed for her, she wants to marry, and then she said that she's going out with someone she hasn't met before, and the person is requesting for the list. So she wants to go to her family. She hasn't met the person. They are here in Accra.
They are doing online
dating. Yes. They've not met.
And the guy's already asking for lists.
And she's saying that she's going for the list. I said, you are not the one who goes for the list. It's the man who goes to greet your family. And then they give him time to come for the list.
Yes.
So you're another one. And she says, okay, they met on social media. You see, social media is destroying a lot of things when it comes to relationship and marriage, okay? We think that we are evolving, and a lot of things are evolving, but the things that make relationship and marriage work, it doesn't evolve. There has to be trust. There has to be transparency. They were naked and they were not ashamed. There has to be transparency.
Yeah.
If you've saved your ex number and you use Church Fly or the shoemaker who calls midnight. Shoemaker calls midnight.
Okay.
You see, sometimes we think we are smart and then we get outsmarted by the whole situation and realize that we have been fools. That's why I used to like Calibor's, those little skits he was doing. Yes, at the end of the day, you realize that you destroyed your own relationship. So social media. And then also, you think the thing is over and you are stalking the person. You want to know what's happening in the life of the person.
On social media. Yeah, you're stalking the person.
You don't have to do that.
No, because the person has not even, they themselves, they don't even know why they broke up. They don't even know why they entered the relationship in the first place, why they broke up with the person. Just as you said, just something little, and then they break up.
Yeah.
Because there was no vision for the relationship. Okay, there's no vision. So everybody has a boyfriend. Everybody is in a relationship. So let me also get into a relationship.
Yeah,
so
he finds wanting their partners on social media.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let me also find mine on social media without even knowing an iota of truth about this person, not knowing what personalities they are, what temperaments they are.
That part. So there was a time I was thinking about this thing. There are quite a number of celebrities who have come out to say, oh, I met my partner through social media. A clear, typical example, Moses Bliss and Marie. So they bonded over social media. And people are looking at that and then they go like, you see your life, when I DM you, you don't even look in my direction. You don't even reply me. For all you know, you're my wife. For all you know, you're my husband. So people are trying to take advantage of that to say that you shouldn't just be ignoring people just anyhow, because maybe your partner could be that person you do not know who is in your DMs right now.
Esedwa, that's just one unique story, you know. But the thing is that even when you listen to them, when you listen to some of the things they say, it was over time.
Yeah.
Once that happened, that connection happened, they took time to know each other. I think I heard Moses Bliss once say that there was a time in the relationship where they thought it would not happen.
Yeah.
So it means that they took time to know each other.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about here is like, just like what Prof was saying, you met the person, you haven't even, I mean, they met on social media, you haven't seen the person. The person say, I need a list. I mean,
Selassie, you kindly hold us. So unfortunately, time is up, viewers. Time is up. The messages too are coming in, so many of them. So we are definitely going to give you a part two. We promise to bring you a part two of the conversation. But I want us to take these two comments. So this one says, some heartbreaks are very poisonous. One was NDC and MPP. My boyfriend told me he can't be with me because I'm not supporting his party. 2 was on my birthday. Okay, so the second part was, it was on her birthday that the breakup happened, which went on and nearly destroyed my marriage because I wanted to punish my husband for the stupidity. Uh-oh, that's not good. Ooh. This one says, kudos to you guys. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Watching live from Gan West Municipality. Please help me wish my kid's sister happy birthday. Her name is Ama Ike. I wish her long life and prosperity. May all your secret prayers be answered today and more grace to your life and plain 2 digits in your account. In Jesus' name, amen. From your elder sister, Chimamanda Ike. Okay, all right. So thank you for your message. Thank you for your message. Prophet Benisan, your wife has texted on Facebook, so I want to read that. She says, heartbreak is necessary if God wants to redirect your path into a more fulfilling union. Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh. Anyway, so thank you so much for your time. Please, you have to come back next week, Thursday, God willing, so we continue the conversation because the messages keep on coming in. Yeah, we have to answer to all of them. So viewers, this is where we end Let's Talk Relationship. My guests have been Selassie Joko. She's a licensed a life coach.
Counselor.
Life counselor, licensed life counselor, and Prophet Moses Benisan, who is from Family Altar Ministry. All right, so are we going to draw again? Okay, all right. So, viewers, but still keep playing, okay? Still keep playing because you can stand a chance of winning a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis right here. And the code is *281#, *281#. And as many tickets as you can afford, buy it and win some money. My name is Dua Akomia. You can also call me the Golden Girl. Today's conversation for Let's Talk Relationship has been on heartbreaks, men and women, who handles it better. Well, over to you. Next week, Thursday, we come your way again and make sure that we continue this conversation. But tomorrow is Friday, 6 a.m. sharp. We will be gracing your screens again. But because we are benevolent and we love you so much, before we go away, we want to give away another 1,000 Ghana cedis, and so it's time to get the drum rolls rolling again. You're about to take another draw, so you have another chance. If you haven't played, *281#, *281#. Play now. So the numbers are rolling. The numbers are rolling on the screen. So I'm about to do the countdown again. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay. 0552148, and the last 3 digits, you know your number. So you have just received a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis this early morning. Hey!
Somebody's going to the market.
Somebody's going to the market. Somebody's going to pay school fees. We've got quite a number of them who said they were going to pay school fees with the money. And so congratulations to you. Thank you for staying with us right here on Prime Morning. This is where we end today's edition of Prime Morning. My name is Dua Akomia, the Golden Girl. I didn't do this alone. KMJ was here with me as well. Like I said, we're coming your way again tomorrow at 6 a.m. sharp. Take care.